Good evening. This is Vicky with Drop the Mic, coming back with another episode. And today I would like to do something a little different because I didn't appreciate how there was news coverage all day covering the president that didn't get shot. Me to make a ballroom, a gala ballroom, and that's what that was about. And I don't appreciate that because we get school shootings almost all the time and hear about them some of the time. So today I want to take a moment for something heavy, something painful, and something that should never have to be a regular part of our lives. I'm talking about school shootings, not statistics for the sell of numbers, not headlines to scroll past, but real places where children, teachers, families, and communities have been forced to live through fear, grief, and trauma. These are the schools that are supposed to be safe for our children. They're supposed to be places where young people learn and imagine their futures instead of too many communities having to learn how to stay safe in a panic drill. So today I'm going to read the states that have been included in school shootings reporting so far this year, because I don't understand how they can spend all day talking about a president that didn't get shot. How do you make that an all-day news coverage? But then we got young, innocent lives that's getting shot and killed. For what? And yes, I'm pissed. I'm a pissed grandmother. Because something should be done. Better than what it is doing now. Like they'll report it for that moment, but they do not report it the second day. And I guarantee we hear about this a third day, a fourth day, a fifth day, about the president who almost got shot. And I doubt if he was even close to becoming shot, in my opinion, because he sat too long for it to be some kind of, that's a whole nother story. So I'm gonna just get off of him because I'm already pissed about him. Anyway, so I'm gonna read the states whose name report include Alabama, California, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Illinois, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, Michigan, Mississippi, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Tennessee, Washington, and Wisconsin. That list is not just geographic, but it's a map of fear that stretches across countries. It reminds us that this is not one town's problem, not one state's burden, and not one region's tragedy. It is happening in communities, large and small, in places that may look different on paper, but are united by the same devastating reality. Because, in my opinion, and I'm just going off script for a minute, when the school shootings happen, you get a a visual on the school itself, kids are running for their lives, and then what happens to them? what happens to them the next day? Since they want to report a president that didn't get shot, report about a president that didn't get shot. I would like to know what happens the next day that our kids that do get shot and I'm taken out of here too soon. What happens with them? Why is it no news coverage? Like, and I mean news coverage. This is not something normal that's for school shootings. When we say school shootings, it can be easy for people to think in abstract terms, but there is nothing abstract about a lockdown. There is nothing there is nothing abstract about a child hiding in a classroom or a teacher trying to keep students calm while their own hands are shaking. There is nothing abstract about parents waiting for a text message that never comes fast enough. There is nothing abstract about the aftermath, the memorials, the therapy, the empty desks, the anniversaries, the long shadows that stays behind after sirens stop. And then when the numbers are disputed, depending on how incidents are counted, the direction is clear. The incidents are continuing, and they are continuing in places all over the country. Some reports count brandishing brandishing a gun counts too, in my opinion, while others count only incidents with injuries or deaths. But whatever the definition is used, the human cost is unshakable, and it really is. And I want to say this plenty plainly. Every one of these incidents matters. Every student deserves to learn without fear. Every teacher deserves to teach without wondering whether today is the day they have to become a shield. Every parent deserves to send a child to school and trust that that child will come home safe. Instead, we keep seeing replays and replays today of a president being shielded, a vice president being taken out of the room real quickly and shielded. What about our kids? What about our kids? Our kids matter. They matters a whole damn lot to me. They are futures. And it's enough to make you cry that they had this this conference today, had to sit and listen to the same thing almost all day, and he didn't get shot. Make it make sense. And so when I'm reading off the states, Alabama, California, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Illinois, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, Michigan, Mississippi, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Tennessee, Texas, Washington, and Wisconsin. We are just not naming places. We are naming communities that have been touched by something that should never be ordinary. There should be no purpose in saying those names out loud and having a cry behind it. having to cry behind it because I know they're not my child specifically, but they could have been my child. Just knowing what could have been is enough. You know, they want to do the whole segment today on president didn't get shot and the vice president that ran out real quick. Doing about schools, and that's all I'm saying. Treat one like you would treat the other. You know, the school shootings are just as important, if not more important, than president and vice president getting out alive. So I'm going to end it here. And this is Vicky with Drop the Mic. And I would like to send my condolences to every state that's been affected, every school that's been affected, everyone that's been affected. This shouldn't happen to our school students. That's ridiculous for it to be happening in this day and time and not have a handle on it. And then you want to talk about gun violence and all this and that one. Okay, this is Vicky with Drop the Mic, dropping it for today.